the camera caught Nick Nurse and Joel Embiid having a little exchange, and I will say animated. I won't say aggressive, but I'll say an animated type of exchange. And I thought it was a respectful conversation between two parties. That's what I thought. And obviously it was about fouls. And Joel Embiid said, I'll let you hear him, but he basically said that he kept it respectful, but gave the gist. Gave the gist to the media after the game. I'll let you hear from him post-game as well as part of our locker room report. But I was overall just amazed with how they played this game. And you know what really jumped out at me? And I'm sorry to do this. And I don't know why this was in my head, but it was last night. And if you follow me on Twitter, you saw me tweet this more than once. But I couldn't get it out of my head. Nick Nurse looks like the kid from Jerry Maguire all grown up. You know the kid, the human head weighs 8 pounds, that kid? That's what Nick Nurse looks like. He looks like that kid all grown up. And once that thought was in my head last night, I could not kick it. And I was expecting in this press conference for him to come out and talk about how, I can't talk about the refs anymore, so the human head weighs 8 pounds. And I was like, please, just give me that one line. I'd laugh my ass off. But now that it's in my head, I can't get rid of it. And as the great John Kruk said the other day on his broadcast, which I think also explains my Family Guy brain, if you have a thought, you just have to say it to make room for the next stupid thing that's going to enter your brain. So there you go. Thank you for humoring me for a second there. But after the game, some great things were said. Some great things from the Sixers were said in terms of their chemistry that has been building on this team, as well as strategy from Matisse Thybulle and James Harden. And that was great to see. And once again, I don't know what Doc was doing over the course of the week, but old Duck Rivers, he knew how to push the buttons of this team. I give him a lot of credit for that because the way things were looking, it was that he had lost this team. And you might say, it's the playoffs. What are they going to do? They're going to quit? No, but they could still not play as well as they have been playing. Did they almost let a lead slip away? Did they let a big lead slip away yesterday? Yes, they did. It was a big lead. Did they get it down to 9 points? I think it was in the fourth quarter at one point. Yeah, that's bad. But they still won the game. And your big guy stepped up when you needed him to step up most. And I give a lot of credit to Doc Rivers because I think he's done one of my favorite things that he's done. I think one of the best things he's done is say, I'm not going to change the lineup. And I've gotten to this yesterday and I think a little bit last week as well. He's not changing the lineup in terms of Matisse Thybulle starting at home, and then on the road, we'll have Danny Green start. He's going with consistency, so these guys can continue to build. And I think in these last couple of games with Danny Green actually playing more minutes, with him getting more of the starters minutes, I feel like, with him getting starters minutes, I should say, I feel like he is finding his flow again. And that is something that has evaded him throughout this year, as he did not have a great year from beyond the arc in general, especially after Matisse Thybulle took over that starting spot in the Sixers starting five. So now I think Doc Rivers has done a good job of actually keeping these guys together for this series at least, and then seeing what happens after that. It's the number one thing. After that, it's having tough practices. It's letting these guys battle it out. It's letting these guys compete with each other before they start competing against a team that has really kicked them around when you think about it this season, with that 1-3 against them throughout the year. So those are two things I think Doc Rivers did really well just going into this series. I give him a lot of credit for that.